Okay, hi guys. I was going to kind of do like a day in the life of me today, but I woke up and totally slipped my mind that I was supposed to take my camera to my lectures. So, well, yeah, it's now like 12 o'clock, and well, my day's finished, long finished. So, instead you get to watch me make lunch. Boring. I know. But if you like, you can watch Gemma wash up. Carla, I do believe that people should be able to earn as much money as they want, but when I say earn, I actually mean earn. I mean, if somebody wants to really work hard, right, work harder than everybody else, work hard to get a job that pays more than everybody else and works more than everybody else and is happy to stay behind for those extra hours to help those extra people, you know, then I think they should earn as much as they possibly can. But Adam, I totally agree with you that entertainers are paid way too much for doing fuck all. And it kind of annoys me and it kind of irritates me that a guy who just, because he's slightly amusing, gets paid sort of £25 million a year. And not just any old money, not money that's been earned by, you know, a corporation. You know, even that's okay. If a corporation goes out and earns millions and billions of pounds and they want to pay the executives a ridiculous amount of money for whatever service it is that they do, is fine. But entertainers are paid our money, our taxpayers' money, our television license money, our go and buy a football t-shirt money. They're paid that money, our hard-earned money, and I think that is totally ridiculous and it pisses me off a lot. Yep, that is a baked potato. Right there. I warned you, it was going to be boring. And look, she's drying up now. Prisons. I'm going to talk about prisons again, but it feels like that you guys are a bit stuck in your ways when it comes to concerns with prisons. So we could end up going around in circles. So I'm not going to bring it up again after today. I can't quite remember how it came up. I think it was a discussion to do with the death penalty, and I totally agree with the death penalty. I'm totally in favour of the death penalty. I think that most people in this country are in favour. If there was a referendum, I think it would be brought back. But there will never be a referendum on such a matter. I think the people that murder and rape and like people who are high fraudsters, like the best of the best, and like serious embezzlers, I think they should all be killed. But I am totally more involved with reformation than punishment, and I totally believe they should get the best of the best education. This is Sam. He's one of my flatmates for next year. We have a meeting at the estate agent to sign our tenancy agreements. Cole! And I do believe, no matter how much you think it's stupid, that they are paying by for their education with the lack of freedom. I think that that's more than enough to pay. I'm not in any way jealous that I have to pay 30 grand and they get it for free, because they don't get it for free. I'm much happier pay 30 grand to go into prison to get an education. And I'm pretty sure that most of you would agree with that. And I can't, if you don't agree with that and you'd rather go to prison than pay 30 grand to get an education, then well, you're stupid. You should go out and kill somebody. And I don't think that we're paying for it either. We're paying to put them in prison. Yeah, we're paying to remove criminals from our society. We're not paying for criminals to get an education, not in any way. They're paying for that. We're paying to have criminals removed from our society. Part of having criminals removed from our society is having them reformed, because otherwise they're released right back and they do the same thing again. And education is part of reformation, right? And if you want them to really be educated, then they have to get something out of it, because if they don't get something out of being educated, some sort of qualification, doesn't have to be a degree, any kind of qualification. We can make up a new type of qualification for prison educated people, but they need to get something, otherwise they will just learn to despise the people that are teaching them.
My dad. She's scared.
Look at the camera, Carl. She's scared.
My dad.
Adam, congratulations about university. You had in fact told me on Skype or MSN or somewhere, I was aware of this. Congratulations on your promotion too. I'm very happy for you. Heroes was pretty good last week. I'm not quite sure, we already discussed, I'm not quite happy with the way the episode ended. And I just got a text from you a little while ago saying that episode 3 isn't all that. So, it doesn't really come as much surprise to me. Okay, now that you have all the correct equipment for this meeting, Carl, can we proceed?
Has everyone got the same as me?
Do you have a card now, Carl?
Yeah.
Now that we waited 10 minutes for you.
Yeah.
Owen, when you said about a conspiracy for us to get a euro, I kind of considered it for a second, and I thought, well, yeah, maybe. And then I realised that it was the entire world that was in a recession at the moment, and I can't imagine why every country in the developed economy would want to enter into a conspiracy to make us take the euro, and it kind of made me laugh. But, you know, nice thought. Privatisation, there is a lot of privatisation in this country, and that's what means that we aren't a complete socialist country. After the war, the government ran pretty much everything in this country, transport, utilities, healthcare, education, everything, and we still run most of them, but the more the time passes, the more we give up to privatisation. And I agree, I'm not a socialist, I'm not a capitalist either, and we are somewhere in this country in the middle. We have found a middle ground that seems to work for us, and I'm quite happy with it. I wouldn't have it any other way. I like the way that our society is run at the moment. I'm happy with the NHS. I think that people bitch about it a lot, but I think that we would much rather have that than a private health service. The transport systems are privatised now, but they work pretty well, even though we do bitch about them. I mean, we don't have Swiss railways. They're not on the time to the second, but we're not willing to pay for it. So, you know, it's the way it goes.
Teddy and Carl, yet again wasting our time.
Yet again wasting our time.
Not.
Isn't it exciting, the cash point? Like,
So exciting.
I wonder what they're talking about. Our roads are pretty good. Our utilities are not cheap, but where are they? I mean, unless you're America and you're willing to invade other countries to steal the oil and gas, then it's not going to be cheap anywhere you go. So, yeah, that's about all I want to say on that as well. Here we are, Clifton Property Services. About 10 minutes late due to Carl. Multiple videos. I know Carla's been making multiple videos, but she is without a camera, and I can't wait for you to get a camera back so you can start editing your videos again. It will really tidy up our homepage. Owen, you said about me seeming to think that you were in touch with Rob. I didn't suggest that. I just meant that it was a lot easier for you and Adam to go and talk to him about Project Mackerel than it would be for me, because I'm in a completely different city. But I do agree that I don't think we really need anybody else. I mean, it's nice to have Johnny back, but he isn't willing to make a regular weekly video. Yeah, that's all I got to say on that as well. Oh my god, this goes on and on. Okay, this is the bit where I actually found my name.
Daniel.
Squiggle, 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 squiggle.
Check them and not saying I like it.
Squiggle, 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 squiggle. Yes, and there goes 12 months rent.
Did you send it back?
Yeah. It's not a blank piece of paper.
Yes.
Blank. I have to sign it. I don't think I signed the back on the other one. Subject of conversation, films. Do you think that the cinema is too expensive? It's quite a straightforward question, easy to answer. Discuss.